guys, welcome or welcome back if you're new here. My name is Allison and I have been living in Japan for 4 years now. I can't believe it. I just had my like 4th anniversary or whatever like a week or two ago. So in the now 4+ years I've been living here, there have been things that I feel like I didn't quite realize or I didn't understand the full extent. So today I'm going to be going over 10 things that nobody tells you about moving to Japan. Or well, I mean, you may have heard of some of these before. I don't have like secret knowledge, but I tried really hard to come up with unique ones, or at least ones that you don't see on a 10 wacky cool Japan things article. And I think there's a lot of information online already about how cool Japan is and all the good things about living here. I mean, we already know the trains are always on time. That's great, but we already know it, right? And that, I don't know, the food tastes good, right? I don't know, I feel like good things are often mentioned online, so I'm gonna avoid those. So I'm not trying to be negative this video. I love Japan. I love living in Japan. I think it's a great country, but you could watch basically any other video on my channel to see why I like it, because all I do is highlight why I like it, right? So today I want to talk about things that you don't realize maybe as much. I don't know. So please do not come for me. I love Japan. But we need to take some time to talk about other things. This list is not extensive. I'm definitely missing some. It's just some. So number 1, there's no insulation and there's no double pane windows. Yes, we are living in the 21st century, and unless you live in like a brand new apartment building or house or like a luxury one, you're not gonna have those things probably. It's just not common. And yeah, that means your electric bill is gonna cost more and all that, but it also means there's no soundproofing, and in a lot of apartments you can also hear your neighbor, who I'm sure can hear me recording this right now. Not all apartments, but depends on the build type. And of course it means your house is always freezing or it's really hot when you don't have like the air heat on. So like it's summer right now, worst season, hate summer. We're not gonna talk about that though. But when I come home, even at like 9 p.m. after being out all day, my apartment is like 31 degrees Celsius inside. It's hot. And there's not very good airflow in most of these apartments either. So yeah, get ready to camp. Cool Japan. Number 2, while we're talking about apartments, everything is dirty. Everything is moldy all the time. Always. I don't know how. There's always something to clean here. Something's always dirty. You clean the stupid bathroom and then a week later there's more mold. I don't know why. Just dirty. I don't know. And I feel like I spend a lot more time cleaning and even just like prevention things, like prevent mold, than I ever did in America. Definitely. And I'm from Florida, which is also very humid climate, like Japan is in the summer, but it never got this bad. There's an ambulance. Can you hear? And I kind of understand why there's so many housewives. There's so much to clean all the time. Everything needs cleaning. And also, number 3, bureaucracy is insane. And there's lots of paperwork. And you have to go to these city halls often. And of course, the city halls and stuff are only open from like 9 to 4. When you work, incredibly inconvenient. You might have to take off time from work just to go to the freaking bank that closes at 2 p.m. I'm not exaggerating. So you have the paperwork, you have to use a stamp. Where's my stamp? Look, you have this. This is called an inkan, and I hate it. This is my inkan. It just says Allison in katakana, and if I don't bring this to when I need to sign a contract or something, then I can't sign the contract. You have to have this stupid stamp thing. And also, when you first come to Japan, something I didn't realize is you're probably gonna get a lot of random paper in the mail or from people from City Hall, and you probably can't read the Japanese because you just got here, but just keep every single piece of paper you get, because you will accidentally lose something or throw it away, and 5 years later, you'll realize you need it. Like I did recently. A one-time paper they distributed to me when I first moved here. Didn't know what it was. It's gone now. Okay, 4, you're not gonna become fluent in Japanese if you don't study. I see way too many people who are like, oh, you just moved to Japan, you're gonna become fluent naturally. No, you'll learn Japanese quicker, definitely. But if you don't make any effort at all, you're not gonna just like osmosis it into you automatically. It doesn't work like that. You're an adult. We're no longer sponges. You have to study. Please study. Please learn hiragana. Number 5, a lot of tourists and even my family members, they don't realize that most Japanese people don't speak English. It's very different from traveling in like Europe. Most people aren't going to be able to speak English to you enough to like have a conversation. Probably at least 90%, probably more than that, cannot have a conversation with you in English. But important. They're going to try their best to help you mostly. I mean, Japanese people aren't like a monolith, so I can't say they're all going to try their best to help and communicate, but a lot of them will. And that's one of the great things about living here. Even if they don't really speak English much, they're gonna try their best to help you if you have a problem. Thank you. So if you're visiting, please appreciate that and recognize that they are trying their best. 6, you're not gonna lose weight. I really thought I was gonna lose weight when I moved to Japan. Didn't happen because Japanese food is good, A, and B, if you are going to be an ALT and you get offered kyushoku, which is school lunch, proceed with caution. The calories in kyushoku are insane. They're like 800-900 calories for your lunch, and you're gonna gain weight if you don't really keep track of it or if you don't work out outside of that. So I gained a lot of weight when I was on jet as an ALT because of this. If you live in Tokyo, it might be different because you will walk around a lot more. But like in my situation, I had a car, so yeah. 7, you're not gonna fit into clothes, always. Depends on your size. So see what I'm wearing right here. I'm 5'5"-ish. This is a large dress from GU and it fits. But yeah, if you're larger than me, I'm not large in America, but in Japan I am. If you're larger than me, it's gonna be hard. And even at this size, I can't fit into a lot of more like fashionable brands because Japan loves free size. So it's just one size fits all, which obviously doesn't fit all, but it's not gonna fit you maybe. So be careful. Also goes for shoes. If you're above a US woman's 8, like I am, I'm an 8.5, and I can't fit into probably at least half of the shoes out there. I can fit into like some if they're like a double L size or like something like that. But yeah, if you're bigger than 8.5, it's gonna be really hard. And men, good luck. 8. Japan is a very safe country. I'm not saying it's not. It is one of the safest countries in the world, if not the safest. However, that doesn't mean crime doesn't exist. We live in a society, and a society means crime. But what type of crime there is here is going to be different. So no, your bag is probably not going to get stolen, or your wallet or whatever. But especially if you're a woman, you do really have to be careful. And this isn't just for foreign or just for Japanese women. I know like a lot of people who've been stalked or assaulted, groped, just on the street, in the train. It's a real problem that happens, and it's not just Tokyo, it can happen in the countryside too. So please be careful and always be aware of your surroundings, because as much as I wish that Japan was a utopia, it's not. Okay, 9. A lot of people come to Japan and they have this dream that they're gonna fit in one day and they're gonna immerse themselves into, I don't know, society. You're probably not, and that's okay. I don't think you want to actually completely immerse into Japanese society. I'm not saying you should continue to live in like some gaijin bubble or whatever, but just recognize you're not ever going to be a complete like insider or whatever, and I think it's fine. Once you accept this, I think your life here is going to be easier. And some people come to Japan and they expect to love it, they expect to just fit right in. Doesn't happen. And sometimes it's just down to personality type. If you're not the type of person who likes, for example, follow the rules or always pay attention to your surroundings and think about how your actions like impact other people, then you're probably not gonna like living here, because Japan is really centered around these kind of things. So some personality types might just not mesh here, but that's okay. Just recognize it. Like, I love rules. So, I like living here. I like lining up in a silly little line at the station. I like order. It's fun. Okay, 10. Last. Japan is not some wacky country. It's not some like, oh, cool, crazy Japan. Look at the robots and the dinosaur hotels. No. The wacky Japan you see online is probably like, I don't know, 1% of Tokyo. So yeah, they exist. It's not like it's like a fake. But they exist in small like slivers in certain places, but it's not the majority of the country, and don't think that. But on the same note, Japan isn't some like crazy backwards country. I know we talk about paperwork and there's always the things about fax machines online and all that. What it is a country of contrasts. And even though some of these contrasts can be very frustrating, it also has a lot of the charming parts that made me and many others fall in love with Japan and living here. And it's kind of negotiating between these contrasts where you can really just find what you like about living here. You're not gonna like everything. You're not gonna like everything about any country in the world, right? So you just have to decide if the bad is worth the good. And for me, at least right now, I think it is. So these are some things I wish people had just, I don't know, emphasized a bit more before I had moved to Japan. I didn't really realize most of these things, or even if I did, I didn't understand how extreme some of these were, like the lack of insulation. I didn't realize how that actually affects you in life. But yeah, there's definitely more things, and there are a lot of good things. I didn't mention that many good things because you can find it on like the first TikTok video about Japan you see. But let me know down below in the comments which of these 10 points did you find the most interesting, and if you have any others you'd like to add on, let me know. I'm definitely missing a lot. I tried really hard to brainstorm this video and it took a few days, but I don't know, this is the result. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content about my life here in Japan in the future. And I'll see you guys back here again next week as always. Bye!